Hi! Today I am going to review the tea called Amber Gaba from Mei Leaf. I quickly show you the leaves. Sorry about the lighting, it's not the best. It's just after 5 o'clock, so I'm not really sure if you can see it. Right, they are very dark. Leaves rolled up. This is an oolong tea, and I really like it because they smell a little bit like raisins and dried up cherries, all of these fruity dried notes coming through, and it's just really a nice smell, especially when you brew it. It just leaves a nice smell. But let's just see, what am I supposed to know about this tea, which I don't. So on Mei Leaf's website, apparently 1127 people reviewed this tea, and the community score is 94%, which means that's the average of what people rated the tea out of 100%. And it has a couple of awards like Oolong Tea of the Year 2017, 2016 and Tea of the Year 2016. Right, so let's get down to the geeky stuff. So this tea, which I got recently, is from spring 2022. It is from Taiwan, and up to 2 leaves, 1 bud, 2 leaves, elevation 1000 meters. And where does it say? Right, so yes, pretty much as I said, you can smell dried raisins, like really dried up cherries, maybe prunes, who knows, but that's what I can definitely smell. And obviously I will just have a look on this as well, because I would like to compare my taste bud and my nose to the guy himself who is selling this tea. So I warmed this up teapot somewhat a couple of minutes ago. So let's just pour this in, shake it about a little bit, try to warm it up. Yeah, the teapot is not too warm now. I can hold it with my hand. Yeah, those raisins notes coming through. Can't pick up anything else. Let's pour some water in it. Rinse this quickly. And do a quick rinse. There we go. Pour this rinse water away into this rinse water capturing device, which is a mug. And even on the rinse water you can see some golden color, so that's great. And I forgot my filter upstairs, so that's even better. Let's smell the leaves, the wet leaves. Yeah, raisins, dried fruit, prunes, really sweet, like honey-like sweet along with the prunes. It's just a really lovely smelling tea. It is just absolutely brilliant. And apparently it has some sort of GABA content that is supposed to help with your nerves, apparently. I don't know the exact geeky terms, but it has huge amount of GABA in it, and let me see the exact terms. So right, so apparently this GABA stands for gamma aminobutyric acid, and that is one of the main neurotransmitters in your central nervous system. So this tea has a lot of them. And does it say exactly how much? I know it says it somewhere. Right there it is. So in order to be called GABA tea, the leaves must contain at least 150 grams of GABA per 100 grams. Sorry, 150 milligrams of GABA per 100 grams. And normal oolong has about 6 milligrams. So this GABA apparently laboratory tested and contains 205 milligrams of GABA, which is 35 times more than what you can find in the normal tea. So it is good for your brains. I guess it is good for even for when you feel a little bit down, like tiredness, hangover maybe. It helps your brain to recover. And to be honest with you, yeah, these sweet notes, they are just so lovely to smell. So pretty much you can feel it when you drink the tea. You can feel that kind of, you are not going to jump through the window. It's not really high in caffeine, so you are not going to get that kind of buzz or whatever, not making your blood boil or whatever. But it's just makes you feel like that you are okay. Like, you know, when you have a good sleep, it's not too much sleep, not just, you know, not too small amount of sleep. You know, when you just slept the right amount and you slept well. So you just pretty much, you just feel that you are 100%. It helps you, making you feel that way. Anyway, let's do the first brew. And as I said, I left the filter upstairs, so this will be unfiltered tea. And I will show you the liquor as well when I will pour it into this glass. And I don't know, could it be around right 20-25 seconds, something like that, not really sure. Let's pour it out and find out. So as you pour it, you cannot see really any color to the liquor during pouring, not like with ripened pour when you can see it's dark. This one is quite light actually, and yeah, I like to hit it a little bit so that leaves just come down a little bit from the hose and from the lid. They can just be there. Anyway, so let's have a look at this. Alright, and because I'm too lazy to zoom in and out, I will just bring it over so you can have a look. And this is how the liquor looks like. It is really light, amberish, reddish, orangey color, hence the name Amber Gaba. And yeah, it looks quite clean. I mean, I didn't even use filter as you saw, I don't know. Maybe I just zoom in again. Maybe it's better if I zoom in. Come on, do your thing. So maybe you can see it better. It doesn't really help that I have a yellow jumper. What about against the green t-shirt? Yeah, this is how it looks like. And this is the first brew. The very, very first. Let's come out of this. Zoom out. I don't know. Do I have better lighting if I turn this off? No, not really. Sorry about that. It's a little bit of a dark video. I would say this is not too medium tea. I wouldn't call it medium. I would call the texture quite light. Well, light for me. I didn't actually measure the leaves, I just guessed it, how much I need. Let me just check what they say. What would it be? Texture should be medium and refreshing. I'm not really sure how a texture is refreshing. Maybe I'm just not really good with these terms. But hey, I don't feel it medium-ish. But I also didn't want to put too much leaves into this teapot and then end up them not being open up properly and just stay as a ball. And I wanted them to open up so they have enough room to float around in the pot. And yeah, I just guessed how much I should put it in. I didn't measure it. I didn't put it on a scale. I used to do that. It's just one of those rules. You learn it, so you can forget about it. But it is quite... Yeah, I kind of get the refreshing bit. I wouldn't call the texture refreshing, but maybe yes. It is hard to grasp. It has some sort of little bit of what they call brightness, and it's just yeah, that's what you would call refreshing. When you have chewing gum as well, and you can feel that freshness coming through the mouth. It's not chewing gum freshness. Don't get me wrong. You just get that little freshness. So I would say light a little bit. Light, maybe medium. Let's call it medium. Medium light, and then everybody is right. And yeah, I'm quite surprised that unfiltered and it's quite clear. Nice color. With the taste though, you can get the same kind of sweetness like raisins. I don't get prunes on the taste, but those kind of cherry, little bit chocolatey, but more like the raisins when you have cherries and grapes and they are just dried up and they compacted and they just have that kind of sweetness and still those kind of tastes. I'm pretty much going with raisins and cherries. And when you exhale, I would dare to say there is a little bit of a, not biscuit, but not cake, but more like a little bit of a tart smelly, like these cherry tarts or red velvet, those kind of sweetness and still some sort of sponginess. That's what I can get through my nose as I exhale. And this is still just the first brew. So this is a very interesting tea. I had it many times before, to be honest with you. And I don't know, maybe this is the 5th times I have bought this. Because it's just so amazing. I really just like the smell of it. And I always wanted to review this tea, but I just kept drinking it without reviewing it. I really like it, to be honest with you. Right, let's finish this off. I will have a couple of brews, and I will come back with the final conclusion. Right, I was going to have a couple of brews. This is still the second one, so I shouldn't have paused the video recording really. I kind of looked on the website a little bit more detail in the text, and they even share a link to a study where they describe this GABA effect and how they do it. Especially if I can manage to unlock this, and then it leads you to a random website. You know, it's just really weird one, odd looking, but they actually describe all of this study, how did they did this, and apparently this work was funded by Coventry University in UK, and they put there everything. So pretty much it was for local support and parents, Mei Leaf tea, and all sorts. I'm not really sure. You would need to really do a digging if this is actually true that this this study was funded by the Coventry University, and actually this is what they found. If you really want to dive into this and read the whole thing, once again, oh Jesus Christ, this is very long. So this is quite a long study. I can hear somebody's fire alarm went off. And also it's just, as I was reading, why I came back, so I was reading and I kind of forgot about the tea, forgot about how much I have brewed it for. So this is quite a strong brew, and now you can possibly see, if I come closer without spilling this all over the place, that the color is quite dark. Obviously that's expected if you brew it or over brew it. So it's really dark, rust like color, so you know, those really reddish brownish colors, and I really wanted to see how does it make me feel. Well, to me, just those raisin notes come through. Still, whatever I do. And the taste, even though I brewed it for a longer period, it doesn't come through as much stronger. It's there, you can taste it, and yeah, but not more different. It's not such a strong taste that you would expect, but it's not bitter at all. It's sweet, it's light, and yeah, it just makes you feel a little bit good about yourself. Let's see what they say. What am I supposed to taste? Because this is interesting, right? So they say mouth taste. Summer rain on city streets. Chestnut honey, wine gum, and apricots. Right, let's try to analyze this. So this is still the second brew. So it's not like the end of the session, but it's not the very first brew. So the leaves could actually open up, and as I mentioned, I managed to overbrew it a little bit. I don't know by how much. Probably double the recommended time, 40 seconds maybe. To me, it doesn't come across as summer rain on city streets. I don't know what is chestnut honey or wine gums. I really don't know what are wine gums. Apricots, I do know what they are, and not really sure. Maybe the aftertaste, maybe the sweetness can remind you of the sweetness of an apricot, but the taste, to me, it's just raisins. And it says mouth finish soft and long. That is true. The feeling stays with you for a while. A little bit of the sweet notes stays with you even now. Still lingering there. but it is definitely not right in your face, so I would call it, yeah, that's the same for me. And let's see, because that was one thing. I'm always struggling with the empty cup, and where does it say? Nose, empty cup, apricot kombucha. They always wave it around like this. I think I could smell some sort of sweetness in the empty cup, but apart from that, that's there. Let's crack on with this second overbrewed session. Is there anything else I can pick up? Possibly no. But do you need a tea that is, so complex that it has 150 tastes? No. No. Otherwise, all the teas would taste the same. But this is something completely unique. In that sense, not the Gaba sense, because maybe it's true, maybe it's not true, maybe the study has been conducted, maybe it hasn't, maybe the study was funded by Coventry University, maybe didn't. Look, you can look it up yourself, you can dig into and all sorts. I'm not saying they haven't done the studies, I'm not saying that they weren't founded by the university, and I'm not saying this tea doesn't have that amount of GABA that is claimed. All I'm just saying is that I haven't looked it up exactly. But on the other hand, I don't know if it's just me reading into it and then imagine it. But as I said earlier, when I drink this tea, it just makes me feel alright, really. Little bit more, not alert, but right in the moment, like fresh, like focused. But as I said, it's not like you are high on caffeine and you want to jump out of the window or whatever. So it just makes you feel, I'm working okay, I'm 100% kind of feel. And because of the smell of these raisins and cherries and they say apricot, but to me it's still, even now, it just smells amazing. And this is why I really like it. It smells amazing, tastes really nice, makes me feel good. This is why I keep buying it. And it's reasonably priced as well, I think. But still, when there's a deal on it, you use the deal. When there is sales on it, then you just, why not? Sometimes you buy extra. So right, this is the thing. 70 gram pouch or pack or box or whatever, 16 quid, 16 and a half quid. So, and it's quite a heavy one. It's not like some other pouches for the same price but half the amount. I think it's really reasonable. I mean, even 250 gram pouch comes for 50 quid. Yeah, I think for what you get for this experience, it's quite reasonably priced tea. As it cools down, those raisin tastes dominate a little bit more over the sweetness. But it stays with you even when the tea is relatively speaking cold. The taste still stays with you. When you exhale, it just stays with you. The smell is there. Yeah, well, I don't think I have to say anything else about this tea. Raisins, cherries, smell taste, looks lovely, reasonably priced, and I like it, and it makes you feel alright. What more do you need from a really lovely tea? And on the other hand, you know, you can check out the reviews, but still, 1,100 people reviewed this tea. If it wouldn't be great, there wouldn't be that many reviews. Not many people would buy it. Look, you can buy sample packets and try it yourself, because that would be the best. See if it works for you. It really works for me, and I could just only recommend this tea. On the other hand, I got another one called Amber Gaba, and this is the other reason why I decided to test it today, because what I am going to do next, I will try the Amber Gaba, and I will obviously do the usual, but I will try to compare it to this Amber Gaba. Taste, smell, and everything, and see how it turns out. Right, see you next time. Bye.